You feel good, you feel bad, and these feelings are bubbling from your own unconsciousness, from your own past. Nobody is responsible except you. Nobody can make you angry, and nobody can make you happy. Life is not a problem. To look at it as a problem is to take a wrong step. It is a mystery to be lived, loved, experienced. Sex has become more and more attractive because of its condemnation by priests. A little foolishness, enough to enjoy life, and a little wisdom to avoid the errors, that will do. When I say be creative, I don't mean that you should all go and become great painters and great poets. I simply mean let your life be a painting, let your life be a poem. Your whole idea about yourself is borrowed from those who have no idea of who they are themselves. Commit as many mistakes as possible, remembering only one thing: don't commit the same mistake again. And you will be growing. Don't seek, don't search, don't ask, don't knock, don't demand, relax. If you relax it comes, if you relax it is there. If you relax, you start vibrating with it. Wherever you are afraid, try to explore, and you will find death hiding somewhere behind. All fear is of death. Death is the only fear source. The tongue never slips, remember this always. What goes on within the mind, comes invariably on the tongue. In the space of no mind, truth descends like a light. Mind, a beautiful servant, a dangerous master. Never interfere in anybody's life. And don't allow anybody to interfere in your life. Only laughter makes a man rich, but the laughter has to be blissful. You should live in the world but remain untouched by it. You should remain in the world, but the world should not remain in you. Joy is spiritual. It is different, totally different from pleasure or happiness. It has nothing to do with the outside, with the other, it is an inner phenomenon. Enlightenment will be now the beginning, not the end. Beginning of a non-ending process in all dimensions of richness. Intelligence is dangerous. Intelligence means you will start thinking on your own. You will start looking around on your own. You will not believe in the scriptures, you will believe only in your own experience. People sometimes ask me, what religion are you? I always answer by saying, I am a little part of all religions and a big part of no religion. When you love, love as if the person is a god, not less than that. Never love a woman as a woman. And never love a man as a man. Remain in the world, act in the world, do whatsoever is needful, and yet remain transcendental, aloof, detached, a lotus flower in the pond. Truth is not something outside to be discovered, it is something inside to be realized. Tension means you want to be something else which you are not. To avoid pain, they avoid pleasure. To avoid death, they avoid life. There is no one lonelier than God. A respectable person is invariably unrespectable within. Truth is not to be found outside. No teacher, no scripture can give it to you. It is inside you, and if you wish to attain it, seek your own company. Be with yourself. Love the person, but give the person total freedom. Love the person, but from the very beginning make it clear that you are not selling your freedom. Meditation is a surrender, it is not a demand. It is not forcing existence your way, it is relaxing into the way existence wants you to be. It is let go. You are being taught everything, but you are not being taught to be yourself. This is the ugliest form of society possible because it makes everybody miserable. When somebody on the outside fits with your inner image, you fall in love. That is the meaning of love. Life begins where fear ends. Love is the goal, life is the journey. Love is a spiritual phenomenon, lust is physical. Ego is psychological, love is spiritual. Courage is a love affair with the unknown. We are all different expressions of one reality, different songs of one singer, different dances of one dancer, different paintings, but the painter is one. The truth is that existence wants your life to become a festival. Because when you are unhappy, you also throw unhappiness all around. Buddha is a Buddha, a Krishna is a Krishna, and you are you. And you are not in any way less than anybody else. Respect yourself, respect your own inner voice and follow it. You need power only to do something harmful. Otherwise love is enough, compassion is enough. In love, the other is important, in lust, you are important. Help the world to become better. Don't leave the world just the same as you have found it, make it a little better, make it a little more beautiful. There is no need of any competition with anybody. You are yourself, and as you are perfectly good. Accept yourself. Respect life, revere life. There is nothing more holy than life, nothing more divine than life. Life in itself has no meaning. Life is an opportunity to create meaning. The world is nothing but your own magnified mind. If you love a person, you will not interfere with his personal life. You would not dare to break the boundaries of his inner world. Life repeats itself mindlessly, unless you become mindful, it will go on repeating like a wheel. The greatest fear in the world is the opinion of others, and the moment you are unafraid of the crowd, you are no longer a sheep, you become a lion. A great roar arises in your heart, the roar of freedom. Darkness is an absence of light. Ego is an absence of awareness. Once you give up expectations, you have learned to live. Have you enjoyed this video? Please subscribe for more videos like this. Please like, share, comment.